The northern province in Limpopo borders onto Mozambique, Zimbabwe and Botswana, making it the ideal entrance to Africa. Named after the Great Limpopo River that flows along its northern border, this province is rich in wildlife, spectacular scenery, and a wealth of historical and cultural treasures. The Vembe region is named after the impressive mountain range that stretches for 130 kilometers from west to east through the region. The area incorporates endless expanses of undulating indigenous bush, characterized by the remarkable form of the baobab, wonderful wildlife, a profusion of birds, and exciting adventure opportunities. The region boasts one of the most varied natural, geological, archaeological and cultural systems in the world, and a fascinating history dating back many centuries when the sun roamed the veld and left us their paintings on the rocks. These were the times when Arabs and Indians sailed their dhows down south and traded beads and ceramics for the gold and ivory of the ancient African kingdoms, ensconced in their fortresses at Mapungubwe and Tulamela. Makulana village.
I live in Makulana Children's Village, so I'm a teacher for student music and indigenous knowledge. So you're welcome in this area. So I have more visitors that are coming here, so they have given me some little bread to succeed in my life.
To purchase arts and crafts, there are various places to go. Mashamba potters sell traditional Shangaan pottery.
From Mashamba, here at Mashamba, we make the pot, we sell the pot, we welcome everybody who come here.
The Soutpansberg, South Africa's northernmost mountain range, takes its name from the salt pans that lie at its base near the western end. These pans have supplied communities with salt from prehistoric times to today. The Soutpansberg mountain range has several peaks that towers more than 1,500 meters above sea level, which include Hanklip at 2,550 meters. Coffee, tea and cotton are successfully grown in Limpopo. Tea is mainly grown for the export market. The Albacini Dam in the Limpopo province was built in 1952 and was named after the early Portuguese trader João Albacini, who is buried on the farm Goedewens nearby. Lake Funduzi is a magical place that is steeped in Venda mythology and legend. Its condition changes seasonally, but it is always worth the visit from a cultural perspective. From Lake Funduzi, you will drive along the very top of the Soutpansberg. The vegetation consists of Afro-montane grasslands and small patches of Afro-temperate forest. This indigenous forest is sacred to the Venda people. For the bird lover, there is an abundance of forest bird species. The viewpoints at Vondo Dam offer exceptional vistas. Thohoyandou Arts and Culture Center near the Tusk Venda Hotel is where the people of Tulamela, who are regarded amongst the finest artists in Africa, exhibit their original works. There are two sun parks in the Vhembe district, the Kruger National Park, which is world famous, and the Mapungubwe National Park. Established in 1898 to protect the wildlife of the South African Lowveld, the Kruger National Park stretches over an area of 2 million hectares and is supreme in the diversity of its life forms and a world leader in advanced environmental management techniques and policies. Truly the flagship of the South African national parks, Kruger is home to an impressive number of species. Mapungubwe National Park and World Heritage Site is the ideal location for anyone interested in the park's wildlife and birds. For those in search of serenity, identity, and the extraordinary history of this World Heritage Site, come and join these diverse pilgrims and share the unforgettable moments of sipping sundowners at the confluence of the legendary Limpopo and Sachet rivers. Watch the eagles soar over Botswana and Zimbabwe skies. Hear the echo of the elephants trumpeting. Take a treetop walk or just relax and absorb the surroundings. Mapungubwe National Park and World Heritage Site is rich in biodiversity, great scenic beauty, and the cultural importance of the archaeological treasures of Mapungubwe. Leshiba Wilderness Game Farm is a game sanctuary also situated high up in the Soutpansberg Mountains. Experience the thrill of walking amongst wildlife or along spectacular trails through forests, across plains and down breathtaking gorges with sparkling pools. The lodge has an authentic Venda village recreated by the internationally renowned artist Noria Mabasa. This artistic wonderland of sculpted walls, seating areas, figures and entrances breathes the mystical spirit of Old Venda. Enjoy the most enchanting bath in Africa and superb catering to complete the experience. Musina Nature Reserve, previously Musina Baobab Forest Reserve, boasts the highest concentration of baobab trees in South Africa. The Limpopo province is baobab country. No tree in Africa embodies the spirit of Africa more than the baobab with its bulbous branches and gnarled bark. Otherwise known as Africa's big tree, the baobab is respected in African culture for many different reasons. The Vhembe region in the Limpopo province has so much to offer tourists. Big dams for fishing and water sport, Africa's Big Five and world-renowned game reserves, unforgettable historical and cultural experiences. This and much more awaits the visitor in the place of the Big Tree. The region is named after King Sekhukhune, who was a king of the Marota, commonly known as the Bapede in Sekhukhune during the 18th century. Sekhukhune is a cross-border municipality between Limpopo and Mpumalanga province. At Skynsdraai Nature Reserve, north of Marble Hall, lies the Skynsdraai ecosystem that surrounds Flag Boshilo, and it covers over 9,000 hectares of land. The Skynsdraai Dam provides an ideal environment for the large crocodile population that inhabits the area. Situated just outside Oorstad are the spectacular Echo Caves. These mysterious caves were discovered in the 1920s by the owner of the farm. After his cattle mysteriously disappeared on the farm, he started looking for answers. That is when he discovered the Echo Caves. After exploring the cave, the discoverer realized that this is a gift from nature, laid among the gentle undulating hills of the Limpopo escarpment. The Echo Caves are some of the oldest caves in the world and were declared a historical monument. The caves are so called because the local people used one of the stalactites as a drum to warn of any approaching Swazi. Like all the regions in the Limpopo province, the Sekhukhune region is truly an area to explore. From game viewing to exploring historical caves or just enjoying water recreational sport and appreciating its historical and cultural backgrounds, we will be glad to share it with you. South Africa's northern province, Limpopo is the land of myths, legends, beautiful scenery and landscape, as well as majestic baobab trees. Limpopo is the northernmost province of our beautiful land of South Africa. The Mopani region in the Limpopo Lowveld is truly one of the last unspoiled corners of Africa, vast, unhurried, timeless. The Great Olifants River that winds its way through the Kruger National Park forms the southern border of the province and offers vast expanses that seems untouched by the passage of time and remain unmistakably African. The Timbavati Private Game Reserve, which forms part of the Greater Kruger National Park, offers luxurious chalets with commanding views of the watercourse and surrounding lush vegetation. The majestic northern Drakensberg Mountains provide a spectacular backdrop to the understated luxury found at Thorny Bush Game Reserve, home to the Big Five. The Hans Marinsky Golf and Spa is also situated on the border of the world-renowned Kruger National Park. Guests are able to experience a unique package offering luxury accommodation, sport, conference facilities, and a world-famous golf course. It is also home to a wide variety of game and over 200 species of birds. The natural hot water springs at the Eland Health Spa, situated in the beautiful African bush, will satisfy many interests. Not only does it provide entertainment and fun, but is also a center of precious historical heritage. High in the Lowveld Mountains near Modjadji Kloof, next to the home of the fabled Rain Queen, lies the Modjadji Cycad Reserve, boasting some of the oldest and largest cycad specimens on Earth. Tufa waterfalls are rare in South Africa and often really difficult to get to. The waterfall flows underneath a rock-hard outer shell which was formed over millions of years. There are only a few active Tufa waterfalls in the world, one of which is at the Blyde River Dam. But this magnificent specimen on the R36 north of the small town called Oorigstad near the Blyde Canyon can be viewed from the main road if you park at the viewpoint at the southern end of the nearby Straight-On Tunnel. Palabora in Limpopo is also home to the famous Amarula cream liqueur. The Amarula Lapa is a promotional tasting and tourist visitors center situated 10 kilometers outside Palabora. Amarula cream is made from the fruit of the indigenous marula tree, also known as the marriage tree or elephant tree. Boat Safaris is situated on the Olifants River, approximately 17 kilometers south of the town of Palabora. The river flows from west to east through the Kruger National Park into the neighboring country of Mozambique. The surroundings are dense with beautiful indigenous trees, bush and grass associated with the African bushveld, where wildlife of all sorts is still in abundance. Hippos, crocodiles and birds can be viewed from the camp, with the occasional elephant visit as well. Palabora boasts with one of the most interesting airports in the Limpopo region. The Long Tom Monument at Heinersburg is also worth a visit. This is an attractive village in a beautiful mountain setting with craft shops, stained glass studio, tea gardens, restaurant, pub and several excellent nurseries nearby. The unusual War Memorial and Long Tom Monument commemorate those of all race, color and creed from the area who gave their lives in various wars over the last century. The Great Limpopo River plays host to regular whitewater rafting and canoeing excursions, unforgettable adventures filled with the prospects of rougher patches, hippos and crocodiles. Experience the thrill of sliding through the forest on a 2.5-hour Tarzan and Jane style adventure. Maguba's Kloof canopy tours will take you into a previously inaccessible realm of nature, moving you between platforms built high within the upper levels of indigenous forests and ancient mountain cliffs. Grab the whole family and soak up the countrified charms of this quaint little dairy farm. Winners of the Eat In Best Organic Producer 2008 award for their organic produce. Wegraak Bosch Organic Cheese Dairy is well worth a visit. Take a tour, taste and watch cheese being made in the traditional way. The Mopani region in the intriguing Limpopo province is truly a place of plenty. Its wildlife, spectacular scenes of mountains, rivers and dams, rich history and many cultural attractions will leave the visitor awe-inspired and with a deep sense of contentment.
When we create a marula, we let nature take its course. At our plantation, we let our trees grow wherever they choose. Our irrigation system is erratic but effective. Our temperature control is self-regulating. And when our most stringent tasters arrive and give us the nod, this exotic fruit is distilled and blended with cream to create a superior drink for those special moments. Amarula, the spirit of Africa.
Named after the Tropic of Capricorn, which passes through the northern section of Limpopo, the Capricorn region stretches gracefully from the Eysterberg along the foothills of the lush Volkberg Mountains to the Tropic of Capricorn in the north. It is ideally situated as a stopover between Gauteng and the northern areas of Limpopo, and between the northwestern areas of the country and the Kruger National Park. Our first stop is the Bokoni Malapa Open Air Museum, where visitors are invited to take a step back in time and explore a traditional Bokoni tribal village as it existed around 250 years ago. This open-air living museum gives visitors the opportunity to gain insight into the background and history of the Bokoni people, who are a subgroup of the Northern Sotho tribe. Exton Photographic Museum is housed in a Dutch Reformed church built in Polokwane, South Africa, in the 1890s. The very valuable cultural history collection, consisting of more than 23,000 photos taken by Exton, are mainly of Polokwane and its people, and dates from the early 1890s to around 1945. Irish House, the building in which the National Cultural History Museum is housed in, used to be the first clothing shop and later declared a monument by the National Monument Council, now South African Heritage Resource Agency, SARA. This cultural history museum hosts a vast collection of various items which are of cultural, scientific and historical value. Polokwane Golf Course in Voortrekker Street, Polokwane is an 18-hole course, par 72, and has a rating of 72,600 meters. The Polokwane Golf Course has bent grass greens, kikuyu fairways, and 14 water hazards. Founded in 1863, the Polokwane Golf Club was virtually a desert. However, as the years progressed, so did the course, and it is now rated one of the best with 700 members and bent grass greens. Discover more about Protea Hotel, the Ranch Resort, with our monthly special offers, which highlights why guests consider it to be one of the most exciting leisure, sports, conservation and conferencing centre in South Africa. All rooms and suites are beautifully appointed, airy and light. Enjoy expansive views of the colourful and tranquil gardens and surrounding countryside. Basil's Fine Dining Restaurant provides an intimate and romantic atmosphere. Our executive chef prepares gourmet dishes with style, freshness and creativity. Get up close to the king of the jungle. We are home to over 30 lines. Many are Wuma movie stars with over 400 film, TV shows and commercial credits to the pride. Take up the challenge of our 12-hole par 3 executive golf course, carefully designed to harmonize with the natural bushveld surroundings. From the finest cultural and historical treasures to the best sightseeing wonders and top-of-the-range golfing greens, the Capricorn region in Limpopo has it all and more to offer the traveller with a discerned taste for exploration. The Waterberg, Water Mountain, is a unique wilderness area of South Africa yet to be fully discovered. This region is a harsh but rewarding area of startling beauty. a beauty which lies in its superb vistas, mountain gorges, clear streams, and rolling bushveld hills, all rich in indigenous species of plant and animal life, including the Big Five. At the Welgevonden Private Game Reserve, guests can enjoy unlimited traversing, traveling through the reserve, and experience an environment where biodiversity conservation and game viewing are managed in harmony. Welgevonden protects a unique and special environment, and the reserve's management is deeply committed to ongoing conservation research and development. The evocative wilderness area offers an exclusive, intimate experience of the African bush, with only a limited numbers of guests having access to the reserve at any one time. No private vehicles are permitted, which ensures minimal human impact and the ultimate wilderness experience. For those wishing to spend a sweltering afternoon in the relief of a cool breeze while enjoying the relaxation associated with fishing, there's only one place you need to go, with a multitude of species that can be lured to the hooks of keen anglers. The pulse of the Waterberg Mountains, Marikana National Park, has become, as its Tswana name suggests, a place of sanctuary for an impressive array of wildlife. Close to Tabazimbi, some 250 kilometers north of Johannesburg. All the large game species have settled here, from elephant and rhino to the big cats, as well as an amazing variety of birds, including the largest colony of the endangered Cape vulture, more than 800 breeding pairs in the world. Commune with nature and enjoy the novelty of staying in an unfenced safari camp, where visitors are warned to expect the unexpected. Furnished tents, sleeping two apiece, are situated on the banks of the Apiesrivier Poort Dam. Forever Resort warm baths at Bella Bella. This family resort, situated in an African bushveld atmosphere, will provide you with a unique and unforgettable holiday experience. No two families have the same needs and expectations when it comes to planning a holiday, and that is the main reason why Forever Resorts Warm Baths is the ideal holiday destination. Shady camping sites, pools, river rides, wave pool, cable skiing are all available for enjoyment by children and adults alike, as well as a wide variety of game can be seen on a game drive in the resort's own private game reserve. An internationally renowned Ramsar site, the 4,000-hectare Nailsvlei Conservancy, forms part of South Africa's largest floodplain. The 16,000-hectare Nail River floodplain that stretches over 70 kilometers from Modimolle to Mokopane. Nestled contentedly on the foothills of the Waterberg Range, this 7,000-hectare nature reserve lies close to Limpopo's major highway, half an hour's drive from Mokopane and Mokopong. Doomdry boasts a wide variety of woodland habitats such as acacia, hillside broad-leaved woodland and riverine woodland. Around and below Doomdry Dam is a range of grassland types and more open savanna biospheres. Wall rock and riverine habitats occur. The Waterberg Biosphere Reserve stretches from Marikana National Park in the southwest to Wonderkop Nature Reserve in the northeast. Ringed by escarpments on three sides, the Waterberg forms a wide basin in which four of the main rivers in Limpopo originate. The landscape is one of rolling hills and endless vistas, with a distinct bushveld feel. The Waterberg Meander route starts here. At the most common entrance to the Waterberg Plateau in the west is the iconic view of the Seven Sisters, one of the most photographed and painted images in the Waterberg. Lephalale forms part of the world-renowned Waterberg savanna biosphere. Today, Lephalale is well known for its coal mining industry, which, besides tourism, is the economic mainstay of the town. The Kumba Grootgeluk open cast mine is the largest mine of its kind in South Africa and provides Isco in Tshwane with a high-grade coal for iron and steel production. This beautiful small church, built with Waterberg stone and a thatch roof, is located on the farm 24 Rivers. Mamatlakala village, the first of 26 community villages to be found within the present boundary of the Waterberg Biosphere Reserve, is situated in the base of the impressive man-made Kloof Pass. Just a short drive north of Geelhoutkop will lead you to the Limpopo Highlands, where you will be rewarded with a stunning view down the Palala River catchment area. It is hard to believe that there are still areas in South Africa to be fully discovered, such as the Waterberg region in Limpopo. One of the country's lesser-known geographical wonders invites you to come and explore its breathtaking, bluish-in-color valleys, and to distance yourself for a while far, far away from the madding crowd of the bustling tourist centers.
When we create Amarula, we let nature take its course. At our plantation, we let our trees grow wherever they choose. Our irrigation system is erratic but effective. Our temperature control is self-regulating. And when our most stringent tasters arrive and give us the nod, this exotic fruit is distilled and blended with cream to create a superior drink for those special moments. Amarula, the spirit of Africa.